fool's gold. So turn again, bid it hasta mañana, for London is the epicenter of cruel Britannia. London is paranoid, shop-soiled and unemployed, left to fester in its own celebration, its head hung in a noose of facile elation. But give a city enough rope, and it will hang a nation, starved of emotional nourishment. Now, that's what I call capital punishment. London is creeping, dripping, seeping into the consciousness of us all. We can all fall under its spell, for London is hell, where the concepts of humanism are engulfed by the flames of consumerism. Watch out, you're getting caught. So please remember, oh, you must remember, that you, and me, and you, and them, and me, and you, and you, and you, and me, and them, we're far more important than the last thing we bought. London is paranoid. Now I don't know about you, but I'm a little bit iffy about this Young the Queen's speech, right? I know he has a stammer, but I don't give a fuck if a multi-billionaire has a stammer. I really, really don't give a tops if a multi-billionaire has a fucking stammer. Get off the fucking screen and stop giving them all. And isn't it weird how it's at the time this big royal wedding's kicking off? Oh, isn't it all so very lovely and planned? It's just such a con. Get over the film, he had a stammer. Fucking hell, he could go to he could buy an island to stammer on. Do you know what I mean? The kids in tower blocks who can't even go to fucking Butlins to stammer. Never mind. Whatever. Really pisses me off. Honestly, I'm so angry at the King's speech. I'm just furious at it. The plaudits it's getting when you think, it's fucking right-wing shit. Get over it. It's new Hitler. Right. What are we doing? You know, it's so gorgeous. I'll never understand us. And I try to be kind to us, and I don't get it. Get over it. Right, and they're getting married, and they're really carping on about Diana's ring, aren't they, this thing. You know, the only person who didn't wear Diana's ring was Prince Charles. But it seemed. And this poem is a tribute to Princess Diana because she never goes away. There's a kind of a narco spirit. It's not a gorgeous tribute, like a loving tribute, but there's a narco spirit in Diana's death, which I think is very woman, actually, and very scorned woman, and I'm very into it. So this is a tribute to her. It's a brutal tribute, but a tribute nonetheless, and it's called Crash Bang Wallop, What a Picture. Thank you. Crash Bang Wallop, what a picture! Princess pretty, porcelain precise, image concise on cup and saucer, marital bliss embittered, skin and bone shattered, a lifetime battered into the twisted metal that contorted the fairy tale lovely until she was splattered on more than just our front pages. The ages will suggest a saint and paint a picture of selfless duty wrapped in beauty that comforts and heals. Marian visions with tears for the poor, the injured, the beguiled, the unsure and bewildered would gather where her memories lie, demanding love from beyond the grave. Is this Saint Frankenstein, an unfortunate creature of our own making, lumbering clumsily through a rose-tinted, soft-focused insistence of England? So green and pleasant, or a graveyard where they still shoot pheasant? Crash bang wallop, what a picture! Limousine wealthy, Parisian couture, a woman more than human, a most significant other, even bigger than a mother, who captured the spirit of our sick and lonely. Oh, such macabre poetry. If only she'd survived. It now seems the world was a much better place when she was alive. The sun shone more, rain wasn't acid, and the acrid stench of pollution was dissolved into a commemorative bone china cup of milk and honeysuckle. How will we struggle on, now that our hope is gone? Thank God we've still got Elton John. Fashion icon, media whore, a seducer with the Midas touch. Sometimes coy, often sultry. But would we have forgiven short, squat Mother Teresa if she'd committed adultery? Or for perhaps just wanting to grope His Eminence the Pope? It's easy to create a saint when she's pretty. Crash, bang, wallop, what a picture! St. Frankenstein, you floored a nation with your oh so dramatic exit. History tells it so graphically. But mothers die every day and without a principality. So what made you so special? But I somehow believed you cared. A woman flawed and unprepared for the ravages of a media-led society. The very people who mourned you are the same savages who mauled you and hauled you through the tabloids, feeding off your trauma and anxiety. Even in death, there is no rest, still picking at your rotting flesh. They're fighting back the crocodile tears because they mustn't miss the souvenirs. A mug, a thimble, a vase or a plate. They'll buy anything adorned with St. Frankenstein's face. Lady Di. Lady dead. Lady buried. Laid to rest. I hope they were mourning a woman of compassion and not Princess Pretty and the death of fashion. Okay, I'd like to finish with a poem. Chloe, right, this is what Chloe was about was a queer, she has a queer feminist thrust in her, Chloe, even though she was a man. And she really hated the way, and like I do, that was so bizarre this. Be me. The way the gay scene was just like I think it's great that gays can get married. If that's what you want to do, then gays go along and get married. But I wanted dark rooms in Sainsbury's. That's what I wanted. That's what I was fighting for. Dark rooms in libraries, fuck rooms in libraries. That was my queer thrust. Not anyone can get married. We were mimicking getting married in the 40s, you know, big deal. So I don't know what we are anymore, and saying this poem was written with Chloe not knowing where the gay scene was going, and in fact with just this kind of, I don't know, this homogenised dribble that it turned into, this homogenised dribble unable to erode. That's what the gay scene became, a dribble unable to erode. And what it was great at, the gay scene, was being a sort of really, a much bigger ball, unable to erode, and then it stopped eroding, and I'm really angry at the gay scene for that. Stupid kissing. So this is all about that. I might not know this actually. It's called What Is This Thing Called Gay? What is this thing called gay? I thought it was about life, love and passion. That it was way more original than the latest high street fashion. That it was more than a business proposition. I thought it lived in glorious opposition to some of the hideous wrongs of our society. That gay meant colour, of more than the rainbow variety. That experience was our college, life our university. I thought this thing called gay meant we were warriors of diversity. Banners flying high, weapons in hand, marching, mincing to the promised land. That it was far more important than the newest celebrity in vogue. Call me old-fashioned. But I think this thing called gay means so much more than just Kylie Minogue. So much more than wanting more. So what is this thing called gay and who is it for? Well, this is for the rent boys, disadvantaged and the poor. This is for the people our magazines ignore. This is for the volunteers and the mobile phoneless. This is for the streets and the gays who are homeless. This is for the queers who first answered the clarion call. Those magnificent men who were drag queens, breaking rules and breaking nails by throwing bricks at Stonewall. This is for their sparkle. This is for